Welcome to Shy Comic Girl. My name's Haley. This is my first YouTube video, so a little nerve-wracking and incredibly exciting. I want to use this video to just shoot out some rapid-fire questions about my comic book collection and the things that I am enjoying right now, so you can get to know me and talk a little bit about what to expect from my channel. So here we go. I guess to start off, the Marvel comic that I absolutely love and am a huge fangirl of, Hickman's House of X, Power of X. I mean, I don't know what else I can say that hasn't probably already been said. It's just amazing writing, amazing art. Hickman goes into a level that I feel like is not touched on in comics that I've read previously. I'm really new to the comic world in general. I have been collecting for about a year and a half, and when I was really young I used to read a bunch of comics, but there's several year gaps where I didn't touch comics, I didn't read graphic novels. And when I did, I actually never really read Marvel. I read a lot of indies, Image, Boom Studios, Vault, Dark Horse. So Power of X and House of X was like my first real dive outside of like the Scarlet Witch comics. And that has to do with the fact that I was totally obsessed with WandaVision. But anyways, to jump back to House of X, Power of X, the storytelling and the high level thoughts, the high level ideas that he was bringing to the X-Men was just incredibly impressive, and it's something that I really appreciated. I feel like every couple of pages I was just like the little mind blown emoji to be quite honest. I really couldn't believe what I was reading. And when a writer can do that, chef's kiss. So good. I am currently just way behind on this. Obviously, I've missed the bandwagon. I am diving into the volumes of the Dawn of X, and I've heard that there are, people suggest either to do it or to only go with the series or the runs that I'm most interested in. I'm going to try out reading Dawn of X and then the first two volumes and see where it goes. And maybe kind of from there figure out which runs I want to focus in on. So that's my favorite Marvel run. I'm just now a Hickman fangirl. I have East of West over on my shelf over there, and I can't wait to dive in. I got year 1 and year 2. Again, really pumped. I love his writing, so I can't wait to see what he does elsewhere. The other two series that I really love and are such favorites of mine that are not Marvel. Sleepless. Let me take this out of the package so that way I can actually see this gorgeous cover. So Sleepless is a mixture of taking like the medieval era into this fantasy where there is this princess and her knight that guards her takes the vow to be sleepless. So he's awake at all times to guard her from the evils that are happening. And I was a medieval studies minor in college, and I absolutely love anything that has to do in that era. So if anything feels like familiar to that era in a comic or even a historical novel, I am all in. And then if you add a dash of fantasy, that wins my heart over. The other run that I really, really loved was Ghosted in LA, which is from Sina Grace and Siobhan Keenan from Boombox. Oh, also, for Sleepless, it is written by Sarah Vaughn and illustrated by Leila DeLuca. So, really, really good. Ghosted in LA is about this girl who moves to LA for college and is kind of exploring of who she is. She ends up discovering this manor that is filled with ghosts that she can see and talk to, and they can't leave the manor, and it's kind of ensues from there the relationships that she has with them, and also trying to figure out the mystery as to why they are kind of stuck in this purgatory. Really good. Both of those series have about like a 12 issue run, so they're pretty short. I do wish that they were a little bit longer just because I really loved the characters. For the next kind of question, what's on my pull list that I've been really enjoying, I would say America Chavez. I've really loved. I didn't know much about her until this run. She's Puerto Rican, which makes my heart happy because I am also Puerto Rican, and so love any representation that I get in comics. I really am excited to see how they portray her character in the MCU, because I've heard that she'll be in the new Doctor Strange. We'll see. I actually haven't seen if she's been casted or if that's actually confirmed or just a rumor. So that 5-issue run I think has ended, so technically not on my pull list anymore, but it is what I have been pulling and really enjoying. Additionally, Peach Momoko's Demon Days, X-Men, and then Mariko, Cursed Web. Peach Momoko is kind of a genius. She's so freaking great. Her artwork is really beautiful. I mean, I'm just gonna... right there. So good. Like, really love that it has like a kind of watercolor feel to it. Her writing draws on Japanese folklore and also has bits of horror in it, and I think that the illustrations also speak to that kind of horror. I actually started with Demon Days Mariko and then have gone back. I didn't realize that the X-Men was also connected to that. So anyways, I really enjoyed her writing, and her artwork is really, really great. I'm finding myself just becoming more and more of a fan of anything that she does, which kind of brings me to the next point. My favorite artist right now is Peach Momoko. So this Moon Knight variant is just absolutely stunning, and we can see the greatness that is Peach. I've become such a fangirl that I've also have tracked down some of the anime cards of the characters that I've really enjoyed. So I will show those. The Hanafuda Magneto anime card from the Marvel Upper Deck. Peach did the illustrations for these cards, for majority of the cards, and unsurprisingly, they are stunning. Then another just cover appreciation that I have to do, one of the first covers that I just absolutely fell in love with when I started collecting again, was the Black Widow Deadpool 75th anniversary Woo variant, where it has, I believe her name's Patsy Walker. I think I'm getting that wrong actually, but it has an old school romance vibe to it, to the cover, and I absolutely adore it. I definitely really had to track that one down to find it. Then last but not least, just favorite Marvel superhero, but you could say eventual villain, Scarlet Witch. So I actually have the 12 issue run of the Vision and Scarlet Witch series. I absolutely adore it. I love the Scarlet Witch so much because I think in WandaVision and in the MCU, we are beginning to see that she is this very complex character that is dealing with so much trauma and grief, and that's also what you see in the comic series. And for me, what is most enticing about a character oftentimes is the fact that they are not just morally good or morally bad. There's oftentimes this gray area with these more complex characters, so that's kind of what draws me to the Scarlet Witch. It is also why I love Eric Magneto. Like, after reading Hickman's run, I just love him so much, even though right there is this kind of extreme positioning that he's constantly taking, but then the love that he has for the mutants and for his own people, I feel is so tender. And you see, even with his relationship with Professor Xavier, is this kind of like moving back and forth between there are different views on how to achieve the same goal. Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of characters that are not just kind of the typical superhero where they're often saving everyone. I kind of love the anti-hero in a way. So those are that's a little bit about me and the comics that I'm really enjoying, really like, some of my favorites. Yeah, well, I hope that you will tune in for more of my videos. I am going to be posting new comic books that I'm getting weekly or bi-weekly depending on my pull list. I will make another video just about my pull list, what I'm looking forward to in the next coming months, what series I'm really excited about, comics that I end up getting collecting, or hauls. I am also going to be making videos that are focusing on certain artists. I feel like there are a lot of artists right now in the community that are doing really amazing things, and I just want to talk about that. And so hit the subscribe button if you are interested in hearing me talk more about comics. I would love to chat with you too in the comment section, and you can also find me at shycomic_girl on Instagram, where you'll see me posting about what I'm reading and reviews. And I'll also be doing video reviews here. And yeah, thanks for watching.